Hi, my tubies, my Teletubbies. Sheila True Love here with you yet again. And today we're going to talk about the best way to destroy the narcissist. I'm not a vindictive person, not it by any means. At the same time, sometimes it is what it is. Now, if you were grade A supplies, if you were a person who was a grade A, and you know what grade A supply is, it means that you did so much for your narc. You did a whole lot. You were cooking, cleaning, working, helping pay bills. You were doing laundry, sewing. That's grade A supplies, helping them go to church, become spiritual people, helping them to be the best person that they can be. So if you were this type of grade A supply, the only time a narcissist will not try to come back to you is if they are 100% sure, 100% sure that there is no further supply that they can obtain from you. Also, if they fear that you're going to reject them, they will leave you alone. But trust me when I tell you, tubies, my Teletubbies, they will still be spying on you until the day you or they die. Whichever one comes first. That's so funny to me. I don't know. I think it's morbid, right? Yeah. So you have to be mindful of this. And 9 times out of 10, they eventually try to come back, even if they feel that you're going to reject them. Some of them are a little more gutsy than others. Now, one of the narcissist's biggest fears is being exposed for who they really are. They want to expose you, even if it means that they have to tell lies about you, they have to cheat and steal, anything. They will do anything to try to make you look like the bad person, when in actuality, you and I both know, and most people who may know you, know that that is who they really are. Okay? So also, if you want to totally destroy, crush, and annihilate a narcissist, continue to educate yourself about these very destructive, sick individuals. That's number one. The more you learn and educate yourself about how narcissists operate, the more equipped you will become on how to recognize them, and you can stop them dead in their tracks. The more you watch these videos, the stronger you will become, and the less power and control they will have over you. You're going to learn how to teach them, because they have to learn that abusive and belligerent behavior will never be acceptable. Now, and I hear a lot of people who they say that they're afraid of being single because they're scared of being alone. Now, tubies, when these type of feelings arise, you need to take the time to think back. Think back of what it was like being in a relationship with someone who was degrading you, someone who was just using you, abusing you, lying to you, stealing from you, cheating, and totally disrespecting you. Those are the things. Welcome, dear one. Those are the things. The very things that you need to remember when you feel this feeling of being scared, and you're starting to feel afraid of being single. You have to keep in mind, my darlings, that being single does not mean you have to be alone. There are so many new ways for you to do better for yourself. A lot of people, the ones who really value themselves, they value themselves so much that they refuse to put up with any type of abuse or mistreatment. And I am happy to say that I am one of those people. I refuse. And as a single person, you don't have to wake up next to, think about that, when you have this fear that hits you again. You don't have to wake up the next day to a lying, cheating, abusive, or stealing, a thief that will do anything to get what they want with no regard for you. You don't have to wake up to that anymore. I remember I was never lonelier than when I was in a relationship with my ex-narcissist. You know, and there's another woman who I was speaking to. This is an older lady in her late 60s who she was married for over 30 years. Over 30 years, Tubies. And she admitted to me when she finally got out, just the other day, you know, normally when they finally break free and get a divorce, which is usually like in their like 50s, 50, 55, 57. And she admitted to me just the other day that she was so miserable and so unhappy, yet she was in this marriage for over 30 years. When you are single, you don't have to be lonely, especially when you have a routine. Do you have a routine? What about hobbies and goals that you set for yourself? Think about this. If you're the type of person that have to be around someone every day, are you that type of person that need to be around someone every day? I'm not. I never have been. That's a narcissistic trait, to be honest with you. You know, I'm not saying that because when you think about a person who needs someone around every single day, you think about a narcissist. They hate being alone. It's not that they hate being alone. A narcissist can't be alone because they are empty and they can't give to themselves the love, the support, or the motivation to do things in their life on their own. They need this constant fuel, constantly. Validation, validation, validation. That's what makes them feel powerful and validated when they have this constant fuel, constantly having somebody around, constantly. Please. I'm good with Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Take your behind home. I'm good. They need to suck the energy of other people in order to feel alive. And I'm not saying that you can't feel lonely sometimes, because I felt lonely sometimes. But I know how to get up off my behind and go to a meetup or call someone or do a face chat or something. What I'm saying is that it's normal and it's mentally healthy people. When you are mentally healthy people, you can usually figure out ways to support and motivate yourself to meet and make new friends that are better for you. There are other social relationships that you can develop also. They also mentally healthy people who are not narcissistic. They know how to distract themselves with other things. At the same time, they don't need to have someone around every single day. That's just, I don't know. That's just weird to me. It always has been. Anyway, when I was with my ex-narc, I didn't even feel like I was married or even like I was in a relationship. It always felt like it was like on again, off again, on again, off again. We'd go certain places and he'd sometimes try to act like he was single. You know, I was like, whatever. It got to the point, Tubies, where I just took off my wedding ring and I put it in my paperclip cup in my office because I was done. Once I removed my wedding ring, I was done. So when the narcissists see that you're not going to let them get away with treating you like crap, and you have no problem getting rid of them, and you don't bother checking for them, you block them on all social media, your phone, texts, emails, etc., whatever. And you don't even want to hear, from the flying monkeys, you don't even want to hear what they have to say about your ex-narc or whatever's going on with them. That's the same thing. When you get to that point, that's the same thing as throwing gasoline on them and setting them on fire. So if you want to destroy this narcissist, the first thing you have to do, Tubies, is you have to get your mind right. And you can do that by watching different videos or read up on narcissists every day if you have to. So that way you can stay sharp. And when one of these sick, deranged monsters approach or make an advance toward you, you're going to recognize them immediately, and then you can shut them down. I still enjoy dating, let's not get crazy. I enjoy dating. And as long as they keep the love bombing phase going, Tubies, I'm in. But the moment, and I mean the moment, they start that devaluing or try to diminish me or get something out of me, the true love is ghost. They try to get in contact with me, and guess what they find? That they've been blocked. There's no explanation. I don't give them no explanation, no closure, just blocked. Now you know, come on, Tubies, my Teletubbies, you know that eats them alive. That's a narcissistic injury like no other. If they don't teach, if that doesn't teach them, if they can't learn, then they must be retarded and they need to be in a rubber room or they need to be in some serious treatment. I don't know what to tell them. But please remember, my Tubies, my Teletubbies, being single is way better. They're being treated like crap, always being full of anxiety and having to put up with abuse. So this is Sheila True Love. And if you want a one-on-one private phone session with me, please make an appointment with me, my darlings. I have a new email that I'm using for those purposes. It's chatwithtruelove@gmail.com. I will put it in the description area also, along with my phone number, as I usually do. But I have some new things that came up. And I have a couple of clients, really. And I also answer emails. So please feel free to submit all of your questions or whatever you want to discuss to chatwithtruelove@gmail.com. You always have a choice. Please choose wisely. I love you. I love you always. Until next time, I'll see you on the other side. Goodbye for now.